So, welcome you all. I'm Marcel and we are here on the A38 with Michael, aka Emok.
It's amazing, the dance floor is full, an amazing location, yeah.
So what do you think makes a successful party? If not, it's not
it's
just
music.
money.
It's a music and the passion for the promoters to do it, and of course, you don't get like a huge and beautiful crowd the first time you do a party. It's something you need to build with years and get some kind of reputation eventually, you know. But I do think that everyone should try once in a while. Make a free party with low budget and see. You will see the same amount of people will come, and you will have the same result and the same feedbacks as when you do a party when you invest 20,000 euros on it.
You mean free party? Is that free for everyone? Anybody can come?
Like the biggest events we did in Copenhagen in the past. We did 5 years in a row. We did in end of May, mid of May, end of May, a bit depending on the date. There was a carnival in Copenhagen, and it's a whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we started doing a free party in the central part of Copenhagen. And we did it 5 years in a row, and we were really lucky with the weather because it's north of Europe, and Scandinavia can be like tricky. If it's raining, nobody's coming. If it's good weather, everybody's coming.
I lived in Poland for 5 years. I know exactly what.
And we had 5 fucking years where not only the weather was good, it was the first weekend with really good weather. So you know, like when you live in north of Europe, you have a half year with winter and stuff like this, and the first weekend or the first days with good weather, everybody's goes out. And people freaking out, you know. It's not like living in the south. Everybody's like, whoa, you know. And we had this event, and it went from Friday to Sunday, and we stopped midnight every day. And then we had a lot of clubs with after parties. We had the last 3 years we did it. Friday we had 20,000 people. Saturday, Sunday, 30,000 people.
Wow.
So in a weekend it's 30, 60, 70, 80,000 people for free. And of course we control the bars and some of the food stands. And people could bring food and drinks, and but eventually you still have a turnover on the bars. All the DJs and the people we booked played for low fee because it was such a great event. And so the biggest success we ever did after years and years and years of investing in events and festivals and parties was actually when we made a free party. Where it was no cost and no entrance. So I'll say I recommend it. If you have the chance, do it. You will see you'll have a big success.
And how did the whole thing change with the downloads? You are the owner of the record label. You said you were selling 5,000 to 10,000 CDs a month. Like
no, like per release, but yeah. And man, the music's scene struggled, man. We were doing a lot of hard work, and we knew that something is going to change, and we lost a lot of money, and a lot of labels at that time stopped. A lot of distributors turned the key, and it was like a big change in the scene, and we lost a lot of money, and we were fighting with the German tax department, Danish tax department for years, and me and Banel, we were so passionate about it that we just stopped paying ourselves for the work. We just kept on doing it. So for maybe 4, 5, 6 years we didn't even get any money from our bookings when we were traveling, and we survived somehow because we just kept on believing in it, you know. And then it started to be downloads, and I think that we probably were some of the first labels who, in the trance scene, who really got into that straight from the beginning, because I remember we had a conversation saying this is the future for sure. And we spent a lot of time making exclusive digital releases, even a year or two before other labels followed. So we really got established at a very early time, and I think that's a part of that we're still.
This is the second time, right? In the beginning, you basically got established before everybody else, and then.
Yeah, and it worked out, but it's been a hard struggle for many years. You know, it's like only the last 2 years we see the sales of music changing. Because of streaming, and it sounds weird that YouTube and Spotify is making a change, but it actually does.
Does it?
And it makes a change, you know, and it's really cool to see.
I did have a moment of conscious awakening.
I have one more question. What is the thing that you never ever get to talk about? Nobody ever asked you, you really want to get it out of your chest, you really want people to know this about you, or this about how you're thinking, or what you think about the world, but nobody ever asked you, and you really want
that's a fucking difficult question, because I talk a lot.
Let me help you. Let me help you.
Is that Palinka or what?
Palinka and a bit of Kodas, Hungarian sausage.
I guess what people it's actually I don't know at all what to say to this. I would take the Palinka for sure.
Yeah, that's a good motivator, you know.
Yeah. Nobody asked me about food ever. I think I'm getting inspired from this, but I'm not gonna eat that sausage.
That's alright.
Nobody asked me about food, and I love food and I love cooking, and I'm very good at it. And my partner on the label, Banel, he's actually educated as a chef on a very fancy restaurant in Copenhagen.
Really?
And at that time when he started, I said, why do you want to be a chef to cook for people, blah, blah, blah. And he inspired me, and now I have a very big passion of cooking food for people, and I love it. And I really love it, and it's I realize it's a meditation for me. There's a time where I clear my mind, where I don't have all the kind of thought. I can just look into a pot of gravy and everything just disappears. And it's a wonderful way to relax.
Alright, so
I never talked about that, but
what's your favorite food?
All food is favorite.
All food is
you know, the food for me is something you do social, and when I cook food, maybe it's a bit like music. You create something to make people happy. So I would never cook a big 5-course dinner for me. Why would I do that? You know.
That doesn't
so,
make
but
you
to
happy.
get an audience and make them happy, this is my passion.
All right. Cool.
So if it's food or music or friendship or love,
whatever,
that's
right?
how it is. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, bro.
Cheers.